So it's just, none of it just makes sense. And that leads to Miss Westmoreland say, hey, judge, hey, stop. Hey, I got a motion. Judge is like, she's like, yo, the state is on trash. We need to stop everything. Like, this is some bull crap. Cut it out. The state keep on doing this. This is continued. It won't stop. It don't stop. You're not punishing them. And I'm going to just go straight to the part where things get real shaky.
You got stipulation on it.
All right, wait, hold on, Matthews. Before you say we have a stipulation.
So Matthews is like, they come back from a little break, right? Matthews wants to get a stipulation. Westmoreland is like, hold on, pause, my G. We need a ruling on our mistrial first. Like, we're not going forward without that. I needs that. I need it on the record, my G. So then Whitaker takes it from there.
Judge, once you rule on our mistrial,
Right.
on my motion for a mistrial.
Okay, so are you asking, what kind of a mistrial are you asking for?
Your Honor, I believe that we were goaded into the mistrial.
Okay, well, I do not believe that, because if you had...
Okay, so she said we were goaded into a mistrial. Harvey immediately tells her something that kind of paused her a little bit. I said on Twitter, I wonder if goading, if she used the wrong mistrial type, right? Or she used the wrong grounds or basis for a mistrial, because goading then leads Judge Whitaker to say, let me judge Ms. Hilton and the state's intent with this incident that we have right here, right? So that's why she say, oh, I don't believe it's goading, because if you would have saw Ms. Hilton's face, you would have known she was just shocked and surprised. So when you say goading, now it's like we have to determine now if the state was trying to get a mistrial so that they can try this case again, right? So you get the judge to determining things based on stuff that you really don't want her looking at. You really want to, now this is me. I don't know what Harvey said to her, but I'm assuming that goading wasn't what they wanted her to say. That's what I'm assuming, because he paused her while she was in the middle of talking to the judge, right? I think it should have been like continued prosecutorial misconduct. Same thing Brian Steele brought up last week when the judge is like, we could potentially get to a mistrial because of prosecutorial continued misconduct. The judge said we could get to that. So that's what they should just keep building on that. But I mean, I'm not a lawyer, whatever. That's just what I think.
Seen Ms. Hilton's face when that came out of the witness's mouth. She was appalled. And I do not believe that they are purposefully trying to insert error into this trial to make y'all ask for a mistrial so that they can try this case again. I think it is.
That's what, if you don't know, that's what goading is. Goading means something very specific. Goading means that they're trying to get the defense to ask for a mistrial so that they can say, okay, we're losing this trial, we need a redo, and we want to try it again. That's a very, very, very specific type of action that they're accusing the state of. It's going to be very hard because this Whitaker, like she said a couple weeks ago, they can't retry y'all anyway. So I don't think they're trying to goad y'all into a mistrial. However, things got a little bit different when the judge started talking some more. Let's get into it.
Continued, and I am sorry, y'all have, this gigantic, ginormous universe of evidence that maybe if you narrowed down, you would not be making these kinds of mistakes. But I believe that to be a mistake.
Your Honor,
So I'm going to deny a motion for a mistrial with prejudice. That one, I don't believe that the facts bear out.
Now, before we let her keep talking, this is where I'm like, okay, Whitaker is sick of this case. She wants out of it. She said, I'm not going to grant a mistrial. The facts don't bear a mistrial with prejudice. I'm not going to grant that one. This is the first time she's doing this, giving the defense options. I'm not going to approve. I'm not going to grant that one. I don't think the facts support that one. Do y'all want a different one? When have we ever seen Whitaker ask him, I ain't going to give you that one. They got this other one over here, though. You want this one?
Would you like a mistrial without prejudice?
yes.
Now, when Whitaker asked, do you want a mistrial without prejudice, I don't know if y'all can see the people in the courtroom. They're looking around. They're looking at Westmoreland. It seems that they want her to say something. And it seems like they want her to say yes. To me, a lot of people was on the internet saying, no, we don't want a mistrial without prejudice because they're going to try it again. I do not believe that. I believe that the state and the defense and the judge knows something about this case that they're not making public. I believe they know something about the state's ability to retry this case that they're not making public. The state, the court gives this whole rundown like, well, you know, if you do a mistrial without prejudice, they can try y'all again. But the state appears to be frazzled, frustrated, and beside themselves. They do not appear that they're going to get another shot at this. Miss Sylvia was in the courtroom. She said Miss Love was pretty much in there losing it. She said Miss Love was in there blaming Wooney Lee, saying like Wooney Lee said that on purpose because he wanted to mess the case up. That's what Miss Sylvia was saying. She was there. She was like, yo, Miss Hilton is in there tripping. I mean, not Miss Hilton. Miss Love is in there tripping. She said that people was reporting that Love and Hilton was kind of in there arguing a little bit, but they was blaming, or Miss Love was blaming Wooney Lee. I seen a picture come out that Miss Sylvia posted, and it's Miss Love with her face in her hand, just looking frustrated and defeated. That tells me there's something about a mistrial with or without prejudice that we don't know about. What people got to understand is this is not just about, can you retry this case legally? What's going on in Fulton County right now, what's going on with Fonnie Willis right now, what's going on with the Trump case right now, is bigger than can you do it legally or can you not do it legally. We are dealing with politics right now, high level politics, many $1 million worth of taxpayer money politics. We're dealing with something right now. First of all, we talk about civil rights violations all over the place, right? But we're dealing with something where Fonnie Willis had to go to the Fulton County Commission, ask for a bunch of money so that she can try these cases. She needed money to try these cases. You got 5, 6, 7, 8 prosecutors from the DA's office tied up in this case. There's so many cases right now that cannot be tried. They say there's a bunch of big, highly complex murder cases right now sitting in Fulton County that can't be tried because all these judges, all these lawyers is on hold, on pause right now, because also these defense attorneys can't go in any other trial while they're dealing with this trial right here. Legally, they can't do it. The other judges have to put their cases on hold until these defense attorneys become available again, right? So essentially, this case right here has this entire county kind of on pause. Everybody has to watch this case. So it's not as simple as, can they legally retry them? It ain't that easy. They might not be able to because people higher up the chain of command could say, you ain't getting no more money for that, Fonnie Willis. Sorry. No more money. Your time has run out. We ain't doing that again. And it's not happening. You understand? So it's bigger than, can you legally do it? Can you legally not do it? And I believe that the state knows that. I believe Love, as the lead prosecutor on this thing, she really knows it. She damn near been replaced by Abati already, Adam Abati. And she's just on her last leg, right? She's on thin ice with this whole thing. Edward Fobbs said you got to explain what happened to it. What happened to what? Oh, what happened to 7? Oh, you can't explain what happened to 7 mil. Oh, you talking about Fonnie Willis.
You would? Who else would? That means, of course, that the state would be free to try every one of y'all again.
Judge, just a moment.
Sure.
So now, remember, I was telling you, people was on Twitter saying that like they shouldn't have said yes to the mistrial without prejudice, right? Here's one thing that we know about Brian Steele. Here's one thing that we know about Max Shard. If one of these defense lawyers asks for something that does not directly benefit their client, they will stand up so fast and say, Judge, opt out. I'm out of that. Don't put me in that. We opt out of that. We don't want that type of mistrial. Keith Adams, Brian Steele, Max Shard, all sat quietly. Jay Apt was in there. Demonte Kendrick's team. All of them sat quietly and they let it play. None of them stood up and said, we don't want that. So Whitaker says, who else wants the mistrial? Matthew said, hey, Judge, give us a minute. They all go huddle up and they never come back. Not only do they not come back for the rest of that day, right? They never, on Thursday, they come for a brief moment in the morning, tell the jury, leave, go home. It's not even on camera. Go home. We don't need you today. The rumors come out. Every defendant is meeting one-on-one with Fonnie Willis. They're talking about plea deals. That's what the rumor is on the street. They're all talking about plea deals now. Friday happens, same thing, no court, all meetings. Defendants having meetings with the state now. Wooney Lee has broke the case again. Not broke it. I'm saying it wrong. I know what I'm saying in my head, but if somebody was to hear it, they would think I'm saying something different. The defense knows something. The defense, not just that they know something, they know something that we don't know. The state knows something that we don't know. I got to go back to what the judge said about what? The judge said they could try it again, but that don't mean that the people higher up in the prosecution side could try it again. The judge is just saying what could happen legally. But the judge is not saying it's going to happen again. The judge is saying it can legally happen again. Right? Tell me what I got to go back to what the judge said. Oh, one thing that we should look at though is the how the judge looked at.
Want to be all again? Sure.
Now pay attention to this, y'all. Her cleanup speech. Oh, we have seen that, like, we've seen that over and over and over. I'll tell y'all what the judge said. The judge pretty much said that, I didn't see nothing about lying to the jury. The judge pretty much said that, she was saying, yo, who is this Quay or whatever? And the state is like, yo, we don't know who the Quay is because he can't verify who it is because he ain't the one to post it. The judge is like, I don't care which Quay they're talking about. I'm trying to clean up your sloppiness. Right? So I'm trying to clean up your sloppiness, right? So that is also going to be a grounds for a mistrial. Also, that's going to be a grounds for a judge recusal, actually, and a mistrial. Oh, tell the jury it's a different Quay. I think I might have heard her say that. Yeah. And the state don't want to say it's a different Quay because the state is like, we don't know which Quay it is. The judge's like, I don't care. Like, golly, can we just say something and get this thing going again? I think that's what frustrated the judge into saying, let me tell the defense what type of mistrials we can do because the state is pissing me off. The judge is trying to help y'all out and y'all over there arguing, talking about we don't know which Quay it is. Judge is like, you know what? Hey, defense, what type of mistrial y'all want? Let's figure this out. Look at Whitaker's face as she looks at her. I don't know what analogy you're talking about, Brody. Look at Whitaker's face as she drops her mic and looks at her legal assistant. Watch the head cock. Watch the head cock. She got to make sure that microphone off. Look at the head cock. Head cock. Check the head cock, man. When Whitaker get that attitude? When she get the breakneck at? Where Whitaker get the breakneck at? Whitaker is like, I'm going home for Thanksgiving. Y'all ain't about to play with me. Head cock. All right, I'm going to leave that alone.